Welcome to the Emily Otto Show, business coaching for rebel healers, priestesses, and other witchy women. This podcast will give you the tools to help you build and scale your online healing business so you can help more people and make more money. My goal is for you to enjoy your life and business with plenty of time for pleasure and play. I am over the moon delighted you're here. Let's start today's episode. Good morning. Welcome to Scorpio season. I am very excited. I am dressed appropriately. I am Emily. Hi. I spent 15 years in corporate HR and recruiting. My master's degree is in psychology. Hated my career because I really wanted to help people. I love humans. I love helping humans. And so I finally quit when my son Cedar was born, needing multiple open heart surgeries. I quit right before Burning Man 2019, started and scaled my business. I went from making 20K my first year, a six-figure year, and now multiple six figures. I love what I do and who I do it with, which is you, dear witchy woo-woo woman. So today, I'm rocking some nice cleavage. I'm okay with that. So today I want to talk with you about the final piece of being a six-figure healer and to invite you to join one of the last 2 to 3, maybe 3 spots in my Rebelle Mastermind. I'm never going to run it like this again. It's going to be totally different in the future. So if you want in on 6 months of strategic action support, mindset, spirituality, embodiment practices so that you can have and scale the business that you want, this is for you. Why does it matter? Because I want you to make as much money as you want to make, have all the clients you want to have, and all the time freedom in the world to do the things that light up your soul. And in fact, your business gets to light up your soul too. So I want that for you because I get to have that for me. And if you want that, send me a message. Let's talk. I'm going to sell this baby until it is sold out, but we open the program on Wednesday. Calls are at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Opening ritual is literally tomorrow. Join me then and there. And become the six-figure healer you want to be. So there's 5 words. If you're taking notes, these are the ones I want you to write down. And I'm going to go over them today because there's a very unique thing about being a healer and a leader and doing something in a way that no one's ever seen it done before. So if you're here, chances are you align with the rebel archetype. You want to do things differently. You have this constant sense that it doesn't have to be this way, but you're not quite sure how to change the system. In fact, you've probably tried to change it. You've probably tried and have gotten exhausted and frustrated. And so I believe in a rebellion that is person to person, as Mother Teresa said. Do not wait for leaders, do it alone, person to person. And she was speaking to the fact that you can do good things and help other people without waiting for giant organizations or so-called leaders to do the thing. And this is my encouragement and support of you. Go ahead and do the things that you've never seen done before. It's hard. It's hard because we believe we have to see someone else doing it. We have to see someone else succeeding at it, and then and only then do we get to have it. But that's not true because you're a leader. You're a trailblazer. You're probably the first one that's ever walked the exact unique path you're on, whether that's in your family, in your community, in your healing arts, all the different ones you're interested in that you're pulling together into this beautiful program, service, offering, business that you've crafted. And so these 5 words I want you to write down, 6-ish. Okay, we're going to talk about audacity, inspiration, courage, imposter, and capitalism. All right, so that's 5. Audacity, inspiration, courage, imposter, and capitalism. So the first one, audacity. When you first start, what I tell all of my clients and what I'm telling you is to start talking about the things you're interested in. Do not wait until you have a business, until you have an offer. Just start talking and sharing about the things you're interested in the world, and trust that other people are going to be sparked and curious and interested and enter conversations with you. So go forth and start talking about it. Literally today, make a post, do a live stream, share a meme that you think is an interesting thing and aligns with your standards, your beliefs, your values. Start sharing that kind of content right now so that people can get a sense of who you are and what you're interested in. So I want you as a leader, as a healer, as a human being, an infinite spirit in a finite body on this planet at this time, you're here for a reason. And if you're following me, you're here to lead and to trailblaze and to do something that people say is impossible. And in order to do that, you need audacity. I want you to start to get comfortable with the phrase, who does she think she is? Go ahead and go for that, whether that's in your dress, in your robes, in your looks, in your programs, in your language. Go for who does she think she is energy. Audacity. How dare she? You're safe. You're safe. And we can cultivate that safety. You can post in this group and take up as much space as you want. You can share your offerings in other groups. If you run a group, share it in the comments below where people can share their full selves and bring them fully to the table. How many of you out there have been told you're too much? I absolutely have been, especially by people that I loved in relationship. You're too much. It's too much. Too much communication, too much bright and shiny. There's this meme that I love that's a little drawing. It's actually a beautiful artist. And there's this person tending a fire. And you want to be with the person who encourages your flames to shine brighter and feeds that bonfire all the wood that it can get. Surround yourself with people like that, whether that's in my mastermind. Hello, few spots left. Send me a message on any social media platform. Let's go. Or it's in your local community, or it's in a sisterhood circle, or it's your family or your closest friend. Surround yourself with people who say, yeah, bitch, get that. Who does she think she is energy? Okay, I want you to be audacious. Go for it. Go for it. Because your passion, your desire, and your inspiration is needed in these times. It's needed. Nobody needs another boring bowl of mashed potatoes. Nobody needs another bland marketing message. Ain't nobody need that shit. But the world does need to be inspired, does need your desires, does need your passion, your fever, your excitement and joy. And that brings us to the next piece, inspiration. Seek to inspire. And this is where vulnerability comes into play. How many of you like and follow Brene Brown? She's cool. She became more, so I love psychology, master's, bachelor's degree in psychology. And she became like this pop culture psych reference, right? She started out as a therapist and she really found vulnerability to be part of the magic in building relationships with humans. Now you have to feel safe to feel vulnerable. So you do it piece by piece. Share a little bit of your soul out there on the internet. Share a little bit of the behind the scenes. Hi, Mom. Thanks. Thanks for joining. Share a little bit of yourself, of who you are, of what matters to you, and then start to share more and more. I had the hardest time with this part, especially as I was buying this dream house. I love this house. I love this house. And I thought, is it going to be too much? Is it okay to share that, like, I'm literally buying my dream house? Or is that going to land with people? And I found that overall, my clients want good things for me, just like yours want good things for you. They want to know that you're succeeding, that you're crushing it, that you're enjoying your life. And that nourishes and supports and inspires them too. So this is your encouragement to shine, be bright. There's a Bible passage about lighting your fire and not keeping it under a bushel basket, but letting it spread. And I will never forget, so I'm culturally Catholic, raised Catholic on all sides of our family. And my favorite thing ever was attending Easter Vigil Mass and taking the one light from the Easter candle. And everybody had a little taper. and sharing that light person to person and really seeing the physical embodiment of sharing our light and watching midnight mass in the darkness of the church and the sacred space and all of these beautiful humans holding that little fire close to their heart. Seek to do that with your work in the world, with your message. Share your light. You don't have to hustle or burn out to do it. You just have to let other people light their candle from yours. Ah, Mom, this is love when you want good things for others. Yeah, I like that. So share your light, inspire other people. The more you can share yourself vulnerably, ecstatically, in your joy, in your sorrow, in your grief, in your happiness, the better off the world is. And the more people will get lit up by you. And then they can go forth with that fire that you've sparked in them and light up others. That's what I love about my work. I'm a business coach for healers. And then all of my amazing healers go out there and help other people, help more people, inspire more people, heal the planet by healing ourselves, right? Getting nourished, getting inspired, feeling that juice. And then we move from inspiration to courage. So the root word of courage is cor, and in Latin it means from heart, full of heart. So in order to have courage, it's not that you're not scared. It's not that it isn't exciting, scary, fearful, hesitant. It's that you are full of heart and take action and do it anyways. I know it's scary to put your work out in the world. I know it's scary to be like, is this going to work? Are people actually going to buy it? Do I have what it takes? Can I do this? Who am I to run a successful business? Who am I to like charge money for my programs and services and charge good money over time so that you can pay your bills and buy fancy organic strawberries for your fridge? Okay? You have to have that courage. And it's not that the fear doesn't exist. It's that you feel the fear and find a way to move through it anyways. Get support, hire support, get support, and then build your own proof. Do it bit by bit, piece by piece. Show up and share your message and share another. Share a video, share a reel. Go be a guest on a podcast. Talk about what you do, why you do it, and who it's for on repeat. Because it's in the practice and the articulation that the clarity starts to come. And then it's in working with your people and tweaking it and making it better and charging money for it that your programs, your services, what you do and how you do it gets better and better and better. My work would suck if it wasn't for my clients giving me feedback, watching, giving homework or tasks or actions or ideas, watching them run with it, tweaking it for them and their business and their energy and what they need specifically, whether they're a projector, a manifesting generator, a Leo, an Aquarius, an Enneagram 3 or a 7. Everybody and configuration of skills and talents and being in the world, extrovert, introvert, does it differently. Every brain, whether you're neurodivergent, have diagnosed ADHD, or just don't want to sit in a chair all day, every day, every body, every brain is different. And so that's the power of the mastermind as we custom craft it for you. That's the power of courage and doing it bit by bit, building the proof and going forth as if your success is inevitable, as if your wild abundance is coming, as if your six-figure business is already here. Because the universe, God, goddess, gods, doesn't care about your cute little timelines, doesn't care that you want it now. The past and the future and the present are converge in one beautiful river. And so it goes. So go forth and act as if you already have a six-figure business. What would you say? What would you share from your heart? How would you show up for your life if it was already here? And that brings us straight into imposter syndrome. So this especially comes up for women, especially healers, especially if you don't have any formal training or a certification where a board of directors said, here you go, I bequeath this piece of paper with a stamped seal onto it for you. You don't need any of that to do your work in the world. And if you want to study different things, if you want to learn it, if there's a certification that sparks your heart, do it, right? Enjoy the learning, but don't do it from a space of I'm not good enough unless I X. Imposter syndrome, this idea that I'm not qualified, how dare I, who am I to do this thing, is very closely tied to capitalism. Okay? There was a systematic training and dismantling of the apprenticeship model on purpose because there were profits to be made from doing that. Who does apprenticeship profit? No one. It profits maybe the person doing the training and definitely the one being apprenticed. But it doesn't have a system. It doesn't have a board of directors. It doesn't have masses of people able to invest at the same time. Okay? So I want you to remember that apprenticeship is actually rebellion. That standing up and saying, I'm qualified to do what I'm doing, and here we go, is an act of rebellion against capitalism, against the structure that is formal education. Okay? Because once upon a time, if we wanted to be a healer in the village, we studied with the healer in the village. Maybe you went away to study with a different healer across the way, across the lake, okay? But you sure as shit didn't sign up for a 10-year training program in a group of hundreds of other students where you had to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars and then work your way up from scratch. No. You made money and you got better and you took on clients with the healer and you figured it out alongside them. This is, again, a reason why I love my masterminds, because I get to teach in that way. I get to mentor, not just put you into a downloadable program where you never hear from the teacher or the trainer or the healer. There's a time and a place for those things. But as you're making some consistent income and a few $1,000s in your business each month and you want to go for the $100,000 mark, you need something that holds you with more regard, with more intimacy and attention, and empowers you to take action, to feel good every step of the way. So know that imposter syndrome is simply a sign that you're doing it right. If you wake up in the morning and you think, how dare I don't know enough and I'm not qualified, great, you're doing it right. There are some moments where you're going to want or need more training. Let your clients dictate that for you. If you are teaching, if you are healing, and you're out of tools, tips, tricks, resources, that is the moment in which you could use more training. Now, if you have not yet run out of those things, then perhaps you do not yet need more training. Okay? But I really, really love an apprenticeship model, working with somebody one-on-one who's your guide, who's your healer, in addition to hiring a badass business coach to help you build the business. Because you didn't get into this. You didn't get into this because you love business. You got into this because you love working your magic and you love helping people and you love the way you do it and how you do it. Yeah. So understand that imposter syndrome is closely tied to capitalism. Now, money making doesn't have to be a gross capitalistic enterprise. You get to charge what you want to charge, maintain integrity and ethics, help your people, make good money, and be a healer. And that in and of itself is a radical idea because, again, healing arts was systematically dismantled on purpose, okay? Whether it was when these things are hard to get at. There are historical resources, but you know who the history books are written by? The oppressors, the conquerors. So it's very hard to get at the reality versus getting at the myth and the legend. And so chances are you already feel this. You know it in your bones. You know it in your DNA and your cellular structure and the energy of this time and this place, that once upon a time, we leaned into our skills. Everybody did. We did what we enjoyed and were good at and what we had to do, whether that was chopping wood, hunting, gathering food, tending to the children, making poultices, and then blacksmithing or leatherworking or cleaning or tavern running. So come with me back back and back and back to a time when we had a village, a time when the village and the people within it supported each other, when we lived in community together, supporting each other in this network of needs and desires and what we're good at and learning and action taking. In such a system, there's no room for imposter syndrome or capitalism, because you know who you are. You have a deeper sense of your place in the world. You see it, you live it every day. You connect to the earth, you connect to each other. This disconnection is part of the dis-ease in our society. And it's part of the threads that are woven throughout my work, but are not explicitly said, except in the word rebel. If you feel like you don't know enough and how dare you, and no one's ever done it before, and can this even work, you're in the right place and you're doing the right things. I'm here to help you through. I'm here to shine that light on your path so you can walk it forward for yourself. I only teach and coach in an empowering way. You don't need someone to do it for you. You just need someone to help encourage you forward and in choosing the right things at the right time so that you can be the wildly successful healer that you're destined to be. Show up. Act as if you already are. Being a leader can mean loneliness, but you don't have to do it alone. There's this community here in my free business coaching for healers and spiritual entrepreneurs group on Facebook. Follow me on any social media platform and join my Rebelle Mastermind. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. That's it for today. Share this episode with other Rebelle healers so they too can make more money and deeply support their people. Join my free Facebook group at Business Coaching for Rebelle Healers with Emily Otto, and stay tuned for next week's episode. XOXO.